This podcast is not a substitute for a relationship with your mental health professional. Hey, family, and welcome back to another episode of the Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast with your girl, Andrea Wise-Brown. Oh, family, I am excited once again to be here with you with me, and me with you. Oh, and if you just happen to stumble upon our family, this is our family meeting, and you have not joined the family yet, I would love for you to do so. So why don't you just click this little button here and subscribe to the podcast and click this bell so that you get notifications every time there's a new episode up. All right, because we are at the family reunion. Here we go. We're at the family reunion. So, family, as I am checking on you, the things that come up in my life, let's just say with clients, without clients, interactions that I have, I am on this path of inspiring you, educating you, empowering you, just helping you to make your day better, your life better, helping you find quality of life while building your mental health. Because the name of our family, this podcast, is Mental Health is a Lifestyle. And I want to teach you little skills and tricks that help you to make mental health a lifestyle. So, family, I want to ask you a question. Do you often feel, or maybe not often, but sometimes feel like your life's situation has you in a place where you feel unstable? Like you feel ungrounded. You feel like you are out of control, but yet you don't know what to do about it. You want something to do about it, but you don't know what to do about it. And you just tired of it. Sometimes we can be caught up in situations. And when I say we, this is for all of us. We can be caught up in situations where we feel like we are just ungrounded. We don't feel safe. We feel like we're at the hands of something else, someone else, and that we can't control the outcome. Sometimes we get in situations that we just feel like we're just in the midst of chaos, just in the midst of chaos. And as when I was just thinking when I said that was, if you were in a room and you just had all this loud music, where the feeling is, it just feels chaotic. And all you want is for the music to stop. And so, if you knew it was music, then yes, you could take your power, family, and go over to wherever the music was coming from and push the stop button, or just unplug everything. Just want it to stop so that you can just ground yourself. You can get some grounding and feel stable, because from a stable place, you can make great decisions. From a stable place, you feel safe. When you're in a stable place, you feel comfortable. And from that space, you can choose and move anywhere and you feel good about it. And so when we're in the opposite, and this is just what life does for all of us, sometimes life will spin us. And I always tell you that life is a journey and we are all on this journey. But sometimes on this journey, we will get into a road that will spin us somewhere where we really feel unsafe, where we feel like we are unstable. We don't know where to go. We are just confused. We feel lost. And if we just knew, right? We just knew where we were going and where we were supposed to be going and how long it would take us to get there, then it would really make us feel safe and we would feel a sense of stability, like a strong supportive place to move from. That's why what is it? MapQuest is so good and we love it. The navigation centers, that the little navigation apps that are on our phone, that's why we love them, because they give us a sense of stability. You may not know what's up there, what's going to come up on the road ahead of us. You may not know that. I may not know that. However, when I'm in a space that I might feel like I'm lost, if I'm traveling somewhere, then I know I can find some stability and just wait. Let me pull over. Let me open up that app in my phone, Google Maps, and let me put in my destination. And God dog it, that map will take me right from where I am and show me every single road, all of the different traffic lights, even the police, okay, from where I am to where it is that I'm going to be, and give me a time. That makes me feel safe, and I'm sure it makes you feel safe. It adds stability to your life because you get to see what's up next. So then you can be comfortable and you can enjoy the ride. Well, going back to me telling you again and again that life is a journey. And as we are on a journey, sometimes we will hit a space or a spot where we just feel like we are like it's unstable. The ground is unstable because we don't know where we going to end up after this situation. We are in a situation that we are unfamiliar with, and we just don't know what the outcome is going to be, which causes a lot of anxiety, so, your sympathetic nervous system is activated. You in fight, flight, or freeze, you get a lot of anxiety. Or for some people, they go into a depression because they feel like they don't see their way out of whatever this chaos is that they find themselves in when they feel unstable, and they're yearning for a stable place. They're yearning for some stability. Well, family, that is true for most people because we will all go through chaotic situations. That is what life is about. I keep teaching you. You got peaks, which are the good times, the hey, and then we have valleys. And in our valleys, sometimes we find chaos. But we must hold on in those valleys, because if you hold on long enough and you open up for the lesson, how do I become stable within this valley? How do I hold tight? Then what happens is when you get through it, you will find another peak. One of those high times where we can, hey, all over again. Well, we're not here to talk about peaks because peaks are real easy to talk about. And a lot of people lie about peaks, on social media. Everybody's having a party all the time. So you can go look at peaks over there. Those are really easy. But we are here, and I am here to encourage you and to teach you to how to get through the chaos, how to get through the times where you feel unstable. Oh my goodness, because if you haven't experienced a chaotic moment already in your life, which I would find that hard to believe, then you will encounter a situation that is chaotic, where you just don't know what to do and you yearn and want that to be over. You can't wait until it's over. And so, yeah, so I got you. Okay, so I'm going to give you some little steps of how no, of what to do when you are in a season of chaos and you're yearning some stability. You're yearning some stability. So let me just give you this before I tell you the specific steps, the what to do that I love to tell you and share with you. I just want to also give you a personal story about me. So this would be a metaphor, really. So as you know, if you're new to the family, then you don't know, but I broke my foot walking downstairs about 7 weeks ago. 7 weeks, family. I'm back in Dallas. I'm back in Dallas. So I didn't mention that because I forgot that I didn't mention that. But yes, I'm back in Dallas. So 7 weeks ago, I was walking down the stairs in a theater, and I did have on high heels. And as I stepped down on a step, I don't know how I stepped, but my foot just went to the left and my foot is broken in two places. And so I have been healing for the last 7 weeks. And let me tell y'all something. This process of healing has been chaotic for me. Now, I've mentioned this before, family, that I have also learned many things that I knew in one way. However, you can know something and you can teach something, but then the way this journey called life goes along, you will find yourself in some situations where you will have to practice what you teach. Not one time, not two times, but it could be three or maybe four, okay, until you get the lesson. And then I will tell you something. During this process, I received lessons that I didn't know that I needed. Lessons that I would probably look at as really small and insignificant. However, how they have shown up in my life during this last 7 weeks has been freaking gigantic. And so if you do want to go back to see some of the lessons that I've taught before that I've known of, but they didn't actually play out in my life in this way, because that's the thing. Lessons will show up for you, but they'll show up for you in different ways and in different seasons of your life. And in this season, God has really sat me down with this broken foot, and I am seeing these lessons in a different way through different lenses. And I do believe that I'm seeing them in this way so I can share them with you. I truly believe that. So, with this broken foot, okay, I get back to Dallas and I go to the doctor. So, when I go to the doctor here in Dallas, and he looks at my foot and he's looking at how my foot is healing. And so as he's looking at my foot and its healing, he has it in his hand and he's picking it up and he's asking me questions about my progress and what I've been doing. And so I'm literally in a boot with this foot, and I can't really put all of my weight on the boot, because it needs to heal. Okay, so that's one. Pressure. So I can't apply a lot of pressure, okay, on the foot because it needs to heal. Therefore, this is why I need crutches, so that I can put some of my weight on the crutches and allow the foot inside the boot space and time to heal without pressure. Okay. All right. Pressure. That'll be another podcast that we could talk about, is pressure. So during this process, as you know, the doctor started to look at my foot and took it out the boot, and he starts bending it and touching it. And as I'm feeling it, I'm like, okay, all right, I'm starting to feel like a little bit better. So then I asked the doctor, I'm like, okay, doctor, I'm like, so could you please tell me, like, what's going on with my foot? What is the next step? When is it going to heal? Not is it going to heal, not how it's going to heal, because I'm already claiming healing at 100% with God's help. Okay. So how is this going to heal, right? How long is it going to take for it to heal? So he looks at my foot and he says to me, oh, okay. So he shows me the difference between my 2 feet, and he moves the good foot, which is my right foot. And he's like, you see how this foot has stability? It has stability in it, stability. So I'm like, okay. And then he takes my left foot, which is still swollen, and he teaches me about the bone and how the bone expands. And so he's moving it, which is not moving the same. And we get that because it's broken. But he says, so what we want is, we want this foot to get some stability. Like, we need some stability in this foot. So I'm like, okay, all right, y'all, because a girl like me, all you ever have to do, honey, is just tell me. Let me say something. When I have a goal in my mind or something that I want to do, and I ask you the how to, and you give me the blueprint as to how to get there and how to do it, Andrea, I'm going to do it. Like, that's the girl that I am. I'm going to work my behind off and I'm going to make it happen. All right. I'm not good with just sitting back and wishing. Oh, no, 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 no. When I decide that there's something that I want to do, that I want in my life, you trust and believe. When I figure out a way to go get it, I'm going to get it. All right. So I'm like, okay. So if the plan is that the left foot needs to have stability, okay, doc, this is Andrea. Tell me how we gonna do this thing to get. We need to get it some stability. Okay. So I said to him, all right, now it needs to be. He said, yes. So when you stand up, you need that foot, the left foot, to be like the right foot, so it's stable, so that it can hold you up and move around. So I'm like, okay, all right, I got it. All right, the goal is stability. Then I said to him, okay, because I figure I'm gonna come back and get the steps. So I say to him next, I go, so doc, this is what I need to know from you. Now I have already asked 2 doctors this, right? So I said, this is what I need to know from you. This is doctor in Dallas. I said, will I ever be able to wear heels again? So he looked at me and he said, yeah, yes, but after we get stability. He goes, so we got to do first thing first. We need to get you some stability in the foot, and then we're going to work on getting you up on the ball of your foot, and then you'll be in heels. Well, honey, that's all he had to tell Andrea Wise to the Brown. Okay. So I'm like, okay, heels, goal. All right, got it. So let's go back to stability. Come on, doc, give me this plan so I can get up out here and do what it is I need to do to get some stability in this foot. So I look at him and I say, okay, doc. So I got it. All right. Now tell me, what do I need to do to get the stability? Like, what is it that I need to do to get the stability, right? So I'm thinking he's going to say, because all these things I do, right? I'm thinking he's going to say, well, you know what? Keep taking, do you eat, what is it? Do you take vitamins, or food with vitamins in it, like vitamin C and vitamin D that helps to build the bone? I'm thinking he's going to say that, right? Then I was going to say to him when he said that. Now, all this is in my head, y'all. So I'm thinking I'm going to say to him, oh, yeah, doc, I do that. I do that religiously. Okay. And I eat, a pretty healthy diet outside of, the weekends, moderation, but I eat a healthy diet. And I was going to say to him, and guess what, doc? I also add turmeric to my diet every day, which is an anti-inflammatory. So, I was thinking I'm going to tell the doc this, and he's going to be like, okay, Andrea, because you the best patient. Okay, Andrea, I need you in my life because you the best patient, and I love patients like you. So that's what I thought I was going to get from him, right? However, let's rewind it. So when I said to him, okay, doc, so tell me, okay, what you need me to do? What do I do? Hey, family. I have something for you. I'm excited for you to see this, and hopefully you'll taste it. So this is a protein drink that I love. And guess what? It has only what you need. That's the name of it. OWYN, which stands for only what you need. It is a protein drink with 20 grams of protein. Oh my gosh. But my favorite flavor is dark chocolate. So in the mornings before I go work out, I will drink this protein drink, and it's so good. As I told you, I'm always going to be transparent with you about how I make mental health a lifestyle. And this is a part of how I take care of my mind and my body. All right. And so this is 100% plant-based, 100% gluten-free, and 100% vegan. It has an excellent source of omega-3s. It contains 3 grams of prebiotics. It's a good source of fiber. It has essential amino acids, greens blend, and peas from North America. And I'm going to repeat, it is 100% plant-based, 100% gluten gluten-free, and 100% vegan. Family. And let me just tell you, even sometimes during the afternoon in between clients, if I get hungry and I feel like I need something, but I can't really sit down for a meal, I will go to the refrigerator and get only what I need. And this is the flavor. But they have so many other flavors. And family, you can get them from everywhere, wherever you shop. So Walmart, Target, Whole Foods, you can find them everywhere. All of the grocery stores, all of the grocery stores. So they have vanilla, okay, vanilla, and it's 20 grams of protein. Cookies and cream, there she is. They also have, if you are into coffee, they have one that's called a cold brew coffee. So if you're into coffee and the taste of coffee, cold brew coffee, and it's still a protein drink with 20 grams of protein. They also have mocha latte, caramel macchiata, and a vanilla latte. So these are the different flavors. Vanilla latte. Okay. And let me tell you this. So all of these that I just told you about, you can find them in the grocery store. But then there's one that you can only get online, and that flavor is strawberry banana. It's only what you need. That's what's in here. Only what you need. So, family, don't you ever say that I didn't give you nothing. That I didn't give you nothing. So please go out and try it. I mean, I drink them all the time, and I really do enjoy them because they have only what I need. And he looked up at me with my foot in his hand and he said, "Oh, there's nothing that you can do." If you listen on the podcast or you didn't see me on the YouTube video, I just blew it up. I took both my hands and I blew it up and my mouth blew it up. Because in my head, in that moment, when he said to me, the goal is stability, but there is nothing that you can do, Andrea, to create stability for your foot. I said, "Well, what do you mean there's nothing that I can do? Like, how's this going to happen?" Because y'all know I'm the girl that make things happen in my life. So I'm like, okay, so how is this going to happen? And you know what he said to me, family? He said to me, "Oh, it is up to biology." It is up to biology. So this has nothing to do, Andrea, with what you can do. And if you could manipulate it, if you can massage that foot to the left or to the right, because somebody did give me some THC lotion. They said you put this on there and this is going to heal it. He didn't even say that. He didn't even say you can put the THC on there and it's going to heal. Like, there is nothing that you can do, my love. You just have to sit still and leave it up to biology. Whew. So I'm like, okay, doc. So then in that moment, as he put my boot back on, I put my boot back on. I'm sitting there saying to myself, okay, all right. So now, Andrea, and this is me in this moment. All right. So I'm going to have to go back to what I know for sure, that it's not really about me putting my hands in the midst of chaos, me trying to manipulate things and make it better. It's not about that. He's saying, sis, you have to have a hands-off approach. And to me, when he said biology, let your body heal it, to me, that was God. Let God do the healing. So I'm like, okay, all right. But then here I go, right? So I said, as the mental health expert that I am, I'm like, okay, doc, well, I really haven't been able to exercise, in the last 6-7 weeks. I need to exercise. Like, I need to exercise because that is something that is a pillar that I use to keep my mind healthy and strong. I mean, like, when can I exercise? What can I do? And he said to me, "Do you have a bike?" I'm like, before it even comes out his mouth, "Do you have a bike?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So he said, "Okay. So then that's good. And that'll even be good for your legs. That'll be good for your feet. That'll be good for your calves." He said, "You can use the bike, get on the bike." So I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay. Because all I'm thinking is, now check this out. It's not necessarily that the bike is going to help my foot, because he already said it's up to biology. In order, the prognosis, okay, was really determined, or is determined by my biology, my God connection, by how fast my body, heals itself. That's what it's tied to. There's nothing more that I can do. However, he said, if you really want to exercise, if you have a bike, a stationary bike, not a bike on the street, y'all, then you can get on your bike. So I said, okay, because for me, family, I'm starting to assess right in that moment, what am I going to do to keep my mind healthy and strong? And the pillar, bing, bing, was the bike. Okay. So, needless to say, family, I leave the doctor's office hobbling out with one crutch and this damn boot on one foot, knowing that once again, I have to give it all to God. And there is nothing that I can do to heal my foot, which to me, I am saying I'm drawing parallels to chaos and the lack of stability. So there's nothing that Andrea can do that's going to create the stability in her life right now, right? Because things are broken, things are chaotic. So there's nothing that I can do to stop the chaos and to create stability. However, there are some things that I can do during the process of biology, during the process of God coming in and healing and creating stability for me to keep my mind healthy and strong. And so, family, I'm going to liken the journey of my foot healing and this week, me trying to regain some stability for my body, some stability for my mind, some stability for my soul. I am drawing parallels from the stability from my broken foot to the stability or the instability in your life. So if you are in a situation that you are feeling like there is a lot of conflict around you, or you're in the midst of a lot of chaos, whether you're in a chaotic relationship with your family members, if you're in a chaotic relationship in the workplace, if you're in a chaotic relationship with your friends, if you're in a chaotic relationship in a romantic relationship, I am here to tell you that I get that you are yearning some stability like me. I want some stability. Why? Dot, dot, dot. So that I can feel safe, so that I can ground myself, so I can figure out and plan where my next move is. What is it that I want to accomplish? How I want to move on with life, which is all in my head. But instead, what's going on is this stability, the instability right now that's in my life caused by the brokenness, the broken foot, by the chaos. I'm supposed to kind of just sit in it and allow biology, allow God to take control of it. I'm supposed to sit in it. And so I am saying to you, family, if you're in a chaotic situation, I'm going to urge you to sit there too. But I'm going to give you some things to do while you're sitting there, letting God do what it is that he needs to do. Because he has the ultimate say, and he can create all of the stability in your life that you desire. But while you are waiting, so you don't lose your shit, I am here, stuff, bleep. I am here to give you, my brother and my sister, some little tips that's going to help you to keep your mind mentally strong while you're waiting. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is you're going to accept and acknowledge that the situation is chaos, that it's a chaotic situation. You are going to accept and acknowledge that you are in the midst of chaos, that you are sitting in the middle of a chaotic situation and that you feel really unstable. So, last week's podcast, episode spoke about being in denial. We ain't in denial. You're not going to be in denial. You don't have to tell your business to the world, but you need to acknowledge your business yourself. So now you out of denial. Today, your first tip is you're going to acknowledge and accept that, yeah, I don't like it. It doesn't feel good, but I really feel insecure. I really feel like somebody took the rug from up under my feet. I really feel unstable right now, and I am yearning a sense of stability. I'm not the only one because Andrea is telling me this is part of the human experience. So this is a part of the human experience. So I'm not necessarily alone. And if I'm here, then I know that there are some other women and some other men who are here too. So I'm not alone, but this is just the reality of life. And I must accept it. I must accept and acknowledge that this is chaotic. This is some chaotic mess that I'm in the middle of. Okay. So then once you do that, the second thing you do is accept what's in your control and let go of the things that are out of your control. So remember, I said to the doctor, okay, doc, what you want me to do? Because I was going to get on in it because I'm real good, honey, with solving problems. This is what I do for a living. I'm really good with creating steps to get to wherever we need to be and then going ahead to get it and getting to that goal and ringing the bell. I'm good with getting in the driver's seat and driving. Although, my kids, they tell me, I don't be driving right. But I'm just saying, we're going to get there and we're going to be on time when we get there. Maybe 1 minute late. That's it. Just 1 minute, like 60 seconds, like 30 seconds. But the point is I'm really good with driving, with getting there. But I had to realize, I had to accept that it ain't in my control. I can't create stability for my foot. I cannot create stability for my foot. But you know what I can control? How to keep my mind healthy and strong. And a part of me keeping my mind healthy and strong is I get on that bike every day. Yes, I do. I'll be on that bike, baby. He said, take that boot off, have your little socks on, and ride that bike. When I tell you, if that bike was not stationary, I would have been back to New York and Texas, LA to Texas, New York to Texas, LA to Texas, probably about 6 times since I talked to y'all last week. Okay? Truth be told. All right? But that's what I can control, keeping my mind strong. So therefore, that's what I do. Another thing that I can control, right? And letting go of the things that I can't heal the foot, but I'm going to keep my mind right. So I'm also meditating, being quiet, staying in prayer, having a heavy connection between my God and myself. That I can control. Staying in prayer. Still, just to keep my mind healthy and strong, watching what I put into my mouth, into my body, feeding my mind and my body appropriately. You hear what I say? Some nutritious and delicious foods. That's something that I can control to keep my mind healthy and strong. And all of these things, honey, all of these things, family, are in the book, 6 Pillars to Power Up Your Mind, Making Mental Health a Lifestyle. But all of these are the things that I can control and I implement. So it's letting go of the things that I can't control and then holding on to and actualizing the things that I can control. And then during this process, sometimes when I have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and I am still living in the realization that my foot is broken. Like I can't just get up and walk to the bathroom. I have to get on a scooter to go to the bathroom or find a crutch to go to the bathroom. Sometimes my own feelings be hurt. I be in my feelings. But number three, you're going to acknowledge your feelings. Acknowledge. Sometimes when I do get up and move around or go out the house, I want to put on two shoes that match. Sometimes I want to put on some cute shoes. Sometimes I just don't want to be walking around with this heavy behind boot, so I get angry. So acknowledging your feelings. Sometimes my feelings be hurt. Sometimes I get frustrated. Sometimes I'm angry, but those are all my feelings. And my feelings are valid. My feelings are my feelings. But I'm telling you, family, don't push your feelings down. Sometimes I get sad because I'm just like, ugh, why? Why me? Sometimes we have those why me moments. I told you they don't last for long, but sometimes I have them too, and I know you do because you tell me when you come into sessions, and it's okay because it's a part of our human experience. But we're not pushing our feelings down, because if you dismiss your feelings and push them down one day, baby, because they stack up under the surface, and one day they erode and they pop all over everyone else, and they will ruin relationships because you'll be projecting them. So no, 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 no. You're not doing this during this process of healing, during this process of trying to find some regained stability in the midst of this chaos. You're going to feel your feelings. And then the last one is you are going to, what do I always say? Trust God, but be present and trust God. So it's not about trying to distract yourself with so many other things and bringing other things in your life so that you really aren't dealing with the situation that you're in, because dealing with the situation is acknowledging and accepting the situation, seeing if there's anything that you can learn from the situation, and touching and contacting, staying in contact with God and building more and more of your trust in God. But in order to do those things and to be aware, is you literally have to be present. You have to be present. And most of all, in your presence is trust God. It's trusting God and his timing, because if you think that you can do it, because sometimes, we can over corrupt things, trying to move, trying to fix, trying to move, trying to fix. No, no, no. That doctor said, no, boo, sit still. There ain't nothing you could do. It's your biology. It's God. You got to trust God. And in trusting God, I have to be present. I need a straight connection to God because he's the one who has his hand in all of this. And we know. Now, y'all know, I will tell you this all the time. There's certain Bible verses that I know and a lot of them that I don't know. So I can't quote the Bible. But I do know that within the Bible, there are plenty of miracles that God created. And if God is a God of miracles, come on now, what do you think he's going to do for you in the midst of your chaos while you're feeling unstable? God can create the stability in your life, but it may not happen on your timing. It may not happen on my timing, because I'm going to tell y'all the truth. My timing would have been 3 weeks ago. Honey, 3 weeks ago, all right, I would have already been in hills again at another play in New York or on to something else, okay, on some beach somewhere, some hills or something. I'm just saying, that would have been my timing. But the Lord said, oh, no, 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 no. You wait for me in my timing, because see, God knows your story, family. God knows this story. God knew this was going to happen before it happened. God knows your story. God knows and knew what was going to happen way before it happened. Yes, and he knows and he has the outcome to your story in his hands. But you can't go up there and see what's in God's hands. No, but you have to trust him. And I'm going to tell you something. Be present in the trust. Open your heart up to the trust, because if you want proof that God is good, if you want proof that he's going to lift you up, if you want proof that he's going to bring you out, if you want proof that he's going to create stability for you in the midst of your chaos, then all you have to do is look back in your life to the past. I'm sure you have proof of several situations that he saw you through. Several situations that you did not think that you was going to go through. Several situations where you felt sad. Several situations where you felt angry. Several situations where you did not know what to do. And guess what? You got through it. Well, I'm here to tell you, in the case that you didn't know, you didn't get through it by yourself. You got through it with God. And so, family, here we go. I'm just here just letting you know that I am in this process of healing with this foot. I am in this process of creating stability in my life. But at this point, the only control that I have is to keep my mind healthy and strong while God creates the stability in my feet and in my life. And for you, it's God who creates the stability in your life. So once again, number one, family, you're going to accept and acknowledge that you are in a chaotic situation. Number two, you're going to accept what you can control and let go of what you can't. Number three, you're going to be aware of your feelings. And number four, you're going to be present and trust God. All right, family, another episode. There we go. There is another episode of the Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast with your girl, Andrea Wise-Brown. And I am so excited and already looking forward to seeing you again next week for the next episode. I love you, family. And remember, you gotta work it in order for it to work, my loves. I love you long time.